Sorry. Myself, Stalin Lakshmikantan. I am the senior sales engineer taking care of the entire region. I'm responsible for sales of Tulux product. So what we're going to say today is the topic of the webinar is usage of pre-hardened steel in specifically for cold forming applications. So I have been handling sales and marketing for the past 10 years. So I have a wide range of experience in this segment. I've been handling Tulux for the past 5 years, catering to various application regions. We are also being joined by one Mr. Baris Eldrim from Tulux. He'll be joining from Turkey. So he is directly from the mill. So if at all you have any specific questions regarding the manufacturing of the material, you can throw in also. So let's delve into the webinar. To give you a summary, what you can expect out of this webinar. So we'll give a brief introduction about our company and the manufacturing of the steel. So we'll have an overview of how the material is being produced. What are the different parameters, since it's been a pre-hardened material, what are the different parameters used for machining and how it is going to save time for you. Comparison between Tulux and conventional steel grades and different case studies for various applications of cold forming. So we are Swedish Semi Steel Private Limited. So we are based in Bangalore. So we've been supplying this. So can you please mute your sound, sir? Whomever it is. Yeah, thank you. So we are Swedish Semi Steel Private Limited. We are based in Bangalore. We have a warehouse and cutting facility in Bangalore. We also have another sales office in Pune. So we have our office headquartered in Dubai, and we have been supplying this special steel for the past 2 decades, and our relationship with the mill SSAB is very high. So we know the know-how of supplying to niche customers and their applications. And our motto being high-tech services reimagined to customer needs. So whatever services we provide, it's not only the product, it's both the product as well as the service, which comes along with it. So this is a picture of the mill. It's an integrated steel mill, which is located in Antwerp. So as you can see, it's a vast mill area. So we are capable of producing close to 8 million tons of special steels every year. So this is the test certificate, which will accompany with all the materials that we give. Tulux test certificate. So what you have here is different from others is each and every single plate of the metal is being tested. So it's not from a block of 50 tons or 100 tons, the things are tested. Individual plate, for example, this particular talks about 66 thick plate. So that particular plate of 2 meter by 5 meter, the chemical composition, the hardness value of 45 HRC, the yield strength and the tensile strength, as well as the toughness value is given. And each and every plate is ultrasonically tested, and each has an plate ID. So if at all you feel that you're not being filled with, you are given a proper standard of Tulux, you can always trace back the material. So the blast furnace which we use, the manufacturing of the material, so it is not from scrap, the material is being produced. So it's of virgin raw material, due to which we are able to get in clean material. These are the slabs which comes out of the rolling mill. And this is where the entire R&D of this pre-hardened steel lies. So as you can see, the steel here is water quenched, and it comes out in red hot condition, and it turns into room temperature within a matter of seconds. For different thicknesses of plate, the quantity of the water quenched at different angle determine different properties of the metal that is being achieved. So this gives you an exact, this is the exact R&D of the material. So as I had already been saying, Tulox is a multi-purpose, ready-to-use engineering steel based on high-strength, low-alloy concept. Tulox is delivered at two different grades, both Tulox 33 and 44. So for both the grades, we claim the toughness values to be very high. For simple reason, that is the property of the material wherein which it helps you in different applications of cold forming. So it's been produced by SSAB. They have been expert in doing this advanced high-strength steels and quenched and tempered steels for more than 100 years now. And we are the authorized supplier for the same. So Tulox is available in two different grades. 165 in plates, and in round bars 16 mm to 353. So in round bars, the 16 mm to 200 mm is all rolled, and plates are all rolled. And bars above 200 to 353, it's all forged. So since being in pre-hardened material, delivered at 45 HRC to you with high tensile and yield strength properties, what you get is that with one single material, you will be able to cater to different applications. Obviously, we'll stick to ourselves for today to cold forming applications alone, but it can be used for plastics, for hard forming, for all engineering applications also. So let's delve into Tulox and cold forming. We'll just get into the technical analysis and different customer benefits. So these would be your regular cold working tool steels, right? Your D2, your D6, your E2, your Owen, your Karl Marx. There are different varieties of cold forming tool steels available. And each individual material comes out with its own properties and different applications. The benefit you get out of this particular pre-hardened tool steel Tulox is, if you choose your application wisely, then it is possible to replace every material out here with one single grade. That will be the beauty of the material. On the course of the webinar, we will see how exactly it is going to replace. So as given here, the selection of the Tulox grade depends upon many factors, including what is the work material that you use, the different forming conditions that you require, the production volume that you need, and what are these different surface conditions that is there. So while making a die, there are two areas that every tool maker wants the tool steel to perform. At the surface level, there are three important things that the metal should do. It should resist different types of wear. Obviously, high surface quality and finish it should have, and it should be suitable for surface engineering, any kind of nitriding or PVD that you do along with material. But at the matrix, during the working of the die, metal should be able to resist chipping and cracking, which I believe is the bulk of the problem for many of the tool makers. It should carry forces for the service load, dimensional and shape stability. It should also be friendly to various workshops. Our pre-hardened material gives the right balance wherein which each and every point what has been mentioned with its unique properties of toughness and hardness, it will give you good results. So when we go ahead with the failure mechanisms and cold forming, so these are being listed. So if you talk about the abrasive wear, it has been caused by a hard-working material scoring the tool surface. Adhesive wear is caused during friction between sliding surfaces. Chipping, as you all are aware, is being caused by micro cracks initiated in the surface propagating. Plastic deformation, it's caused by yield strength, and cracking caused by low toughness. And how this material helps you out. If you go from bottom, if you have issue of cracking, then you need not worry. Dulux has a toughness of guaranteed toughness of 18 joules and an average value of 30. So that will help you in better toughness, which helps you in addressing the issue of cracking. It has high yield strength of 1300 MPa. So plastic deformation also has been taken care. Even though the crack initiates, it will not propagate through to the material, thanks to the toughness of the material. And adhesive and abrasive wear can also be taken care by providing good surface engineering solutions. So this graph gives you an abrasive wear test, wherein which Dulux at 45 HRC and Dulux at nitriding, which can go up to 62 HRC. You can see the relative service life improves quite a lot. So depending upon what kind of output that you're expecting out of the material, you can decide on this, whether to go along with Dulux 44 itself or with Dulux 44 plus nitriding. So adhesive wear test. So different parts being put into the press and the subsequent result being given. So 0, 1, 2, and 3 comes out good. And figure number 3, it is not approved due to the scratches of in the entire part. These are the factors which affects the adhesive wear. The contact pressure, the quality of the tool surface, and relative slide velocity, as well as the additional elements separating surfaces. So for each and every factors which has been mentioned, so often we try to look at the problems in our hand. Okay, fine. Okay, this has happened. It is only of this, of X or Y. So I think most of you will agree that, I mean, we can go to our basics, that each and every issue has its own problems being tied to, and it has its own engineering explanation. So whether it is pressure or the tool surface or the sliding velocity or the separating surfaces, you can check for yourself, and then you can choose error and method and come to a strong solution. So what you got? You got a material which is extremely stable, which is homogeneous. So you need not do machining in any particular direction. In any direction, it's possible to machine the block. It can achieve extremely high demands in flatness, up to 0.1 mm over a 4-meter length, which is precise. So this we have made for an annealed hot working steel. I think there shouldn't be any major difference between and cold working steel also. So what we say here is when you use an Tulox 44, which is a pre-hardened material that we are discussing here, when you compare with any annealed material, so D2 for example, so there is no requirement for you to do two-time machining at annealed condition as well as after heat treatment. There is no two-time programming which is required. And obviously the CNC timing is, EDM time is higher since it is an high hardness material. But what you have at the end, so the time required for you from the raw material to the final product is such that you will be able to save at least 25 to 30% of your manufacturing time in that. And that would be a welcome benefit. And what you have it after heat treatment is an added benefit to you. Your heat treatment time and heat treatment cost involved is an added benefit. But this benefit it can give you right away in manufacturing using this pre-hardened tool steel. So as I said, Tuloxes with ESR properties and with very unique properties of toughness, hardness, and tensile strength, which gives you an excellent substrate for surface engineering. So for all those who are asking questions that, okay, fine, it is 45 HRC. What if I need to do cutting at 58 HRC, 60 HRC? How can I do it? Yes, heat treatment is not required, but you can do any kind of surface treatment in this material. You name nitriding, you can do it. PVD coating, you can do. Induction hardening, you can do. Even laser hardening is possible with Tulox 44. So this graph gives you an idea about what are the different values that you can achieve in Tulox 44 and 33. So the different varieties of nitriding and the temperature involved and different soaking time that it requires for each process, as well as what hardness it can achieve and what is the hardening depth it can go ahead. So for both Tulox 33 and 44, you'll be able to do nitriding, no problem. So one more surface treatment process, which induction hardening, which is a known process. Induction hardness with the combination of Tulox 44, it is particularly very interesting because due to the high yield strength of the Tulox. Not only that, the hardness that it achieves from 55 to 57 HRC, but also the depth of the hardness that it can achieve. It can go up to 2 to 4 mm deep in induction hardening with Tulox. That can solve most of your tooling worries. So we have done many tests with Tulox 44 in induction hardening. This is one such test, which shows the various graphs involved. So this is another induction hardening test which has been done. This is for Tulox 33, 30 HRC material. So the quenching medium is water here. So obviously it has been hardened with the standard procedures being used. So there is various ways in which you can play with this, but the point to note is that you can achieve 55 to 57 HRC with a depth of hardness of 2 to 4 mm. So adding to the induction hardening, we have one more surface treatment facility, which is laser hardening. This is also can be laser hardened. Here you can achieve up to 800 HV in Tulox 44 and around 700 HP for Tulox 33. The thickness of the laser hardened surface goes up to 0.2 to 2 mm, depending upon the application you can choose. And the photograph, what you have is in brush for short blasting machine, which is used as a machine component. So this component Tulox 44, along with laser hardened, helps in better wear resistance. So this is also a laser hardened piece. This is a 4-meter long shear blade. So this width, the beam width that you can see, I mean, you can increase it or decrease it depending upon the application, what you do. So particularly when you're doing some cutting application, which we will see in due course in this webinar. But particularly when you do cutting applications, this kind of localized heat treatment helps a lot in your applications. So since it is in 45 HRC material, I think there will be quite a few who have their own questions of how the material can be machined, this special tooling is required, things like that. Yes, you can very well machine Tulox 44. We'll see certain parameters which we have designed along with the collaboration of the mill. So we have recommendation for each and every operation that you do. So turning, milling, drilling, and tapping. So for those who are interested, we can share the workshop recommendation brochure at the end of the webinar. So this gives an idea of the turning recommendation. What is the feed rate that you can do and insert grades. So different tapping recommendation, the values which you can do for Tulox 33 and 44. And tapping, we recommend tapping machine tap from 5 mm to M20. Below 5 mm, we recommend for thread milling. We don't recommend tapping below M5. And these tool recommendations for drilling. And these have been, what you have is all European dealers. Some of them may be available in India, may not be available in India. You need not worry. We have also come up with local solutions for this, for both the drilling and tapping. But even then, you can just speak to your current tooling supplier and ask them to supply similar tooling. That should be able to do the job. So this is a high-speed milling machine which is being used. So you can see the insert lifetime is 180 minutes. So it is removing chip volume up to 161 centimeter square per minute. Even after this heavy removal of the material, the deformation in this thing is very, very low. So you can see it's less than 0.1 mm on flatness. So you need not do any kind of polishing after the machining. It's directly put into use. This is a traditional milling, and it's Walter tools being used, which has been widely available. It's 0.4 mm and deformation on flatness during rough milling. So this is the milling which we're done in a tool room in Pune. So as you can see that it does not require to use expensive tooling always. You can find your own tooling if you start working with the material. So as you can see, the chips are being very bluish. There are no stresses which happens in the material. Whatever stresses it's incurred comes out in the form of chips. So before going to the application front, I will just try to show you one more video on the machining. So this is drill depth of 25 mm length. Carbide drill's been used for this particular thing. So even long hole drilling is possible. So you can grind your tool angle to 180 degrees. So drill depth, what's been done is 230 mm. So even 2 mm drill is possible. So you have seen it's very much possible to machine the Tulox block. No problems in that. So let's delve into the application part. So let's see where different types of application, how it is helpful. So as we have been saying that the cleanliness level of Tulox is higher. So when you compare to an ESR remetal steel, Tulox has very high cleanliness, almost close to ESR, or sometimes better than even ESR metal steel. So the end product, what you get is relatively, the area of inclusions are very, very less in that, which better performance of the material. Okay, so now we are taking the comparison between Tulox 44 and D2. So the hardness, it is available at 410 to 475 HPN. D2 is available at 52, 55 to 62 HRC after heat treated. So what you get is a toughness guarantee of 18 joules, which will not be available in normal cold working steels. It's a low alloy material, which helps in easy machining of the material. But at the same time, the carbon equivalent of the metal is less than 1, which is much less than the D2's value, which says that Tulux 44 maintenance is easy. So the thermal cutting and the thermal welding that you can do out of the material is very, very high. Okay, so this chart gives you an idea for forming, drawing, and bending applications. So this chart just gives you an guide. So this has been taken from various applications that we have developed from across the globe. So just gives you an idea of, and what it says is if your sheet metal thickness is 0 to 6 mm, most of the cases, then nitriding is more than sufficient. So if you want better life than that, then you can go for PVD. But as a whole, Tulux 44 plus nitriding should hold true for 0 to 6 mm. If your sheet thickness improves from 6 mm to say 10 mm or 10 mm to 15 mm, then those are a bit complex applications for the material per se. So then it requires higher hardness as well as the surface treatment to be higher. So there we recommend Tulux 44 plus induction hardened, so that you have both high hardness at 55 to 57 HRC, and also the thickness of the induction hardened layer, it is 2 to 4 mm. So this is an Ford car chassis. So 3 mm DC04. After 5 years, it has produced more than 1 million pieces. But the important point to be noted down here is it's a single monoblock. If it had been a D2 material, you should have made 5 different segments in the material. So you would have doing 5 different kind of designing, 5 different steps of machining, also 5 different types of commissioning. So what you can, so the amount of time and money that you can save out of Tulux 44 is enormous. This is another example for Tulux. Again, Tulux 44 plus nitriding. Each single side has been in monoblock. It has run 8 lakh components. Now it is still in production. Different components for Bosch washing machine has been produced by Tulux. These are different parts of the die. And this is a stainless steel air conditioning cover for a Scania truck. So, and this application required both Tulux 44 plus nitriding plus PVD. This is an Audi A8 B pillar. The sheet metal thickness was 1.8 mm. It was Docol 600 MPa sheet. Previous metal was D2 at 60 HRC. They were able to reduce the manufacturing time by 2 weeks. No heat treatment is required. Die was manufactured with low surface roughness. Being in a high-end car, the production level is very low, 80 pieces a day. The spring seats, these are the areas where in which you will face the issues of cracking. Thanks to toughness of Tulux 44, you can be able to address that. So this is a die which is used for stamping of heat protection shield, 2.2 meter of S355 material. Previous D2, it failed at 5,000 components due to cracking. So the previous steel is cracked. Welding the cracks did not help because the carbon equivalent is less in D2. So failure mode changed when using Tulux, no cracking occurred. So not only it helps you in helping out in better manufacturing time and costing and heat treatment, all the problems that you face while tool making, your chipping, your cracking, your edge retention problems, your deformation. And it also gives a new perspective on the designing front also itself. So let's see a couple of applications in DeepDraw. So this is a tool that we did for Honda. So this single piece is 1 ton. As you all know, this is for a two-wheeler fuel tank. So we have scooped out 500 kgs out of it for the material. No stress relieving after machining. We have done night riding at 550 degrees centigrade. No problem in the distortion. We are able to match it. Here, the important thing which it replaced was the previous solution here was casting plus chrome plating. And for casting every 1 lakh shots or 80,000 to 1 lakh shots, you need to bring the die out for the nearest recoating center. So during the entire lifespan of that die, it comes out at least 10 to 15 times. And each time there is in production for 2 weeks. Trulux 44 plus night riding. Last that we heard was 5 lakh components without any issues. That's the benefit that the material can give it to you. Die again, previous being D2, Trulux 44 plus night riding, it is still running. Previous metal required regular maintenance and regrinding. So both the better toughness as well as the surface finish, which you can achieve through Trulux, decided the customer to go to this material. So this is the area where you often face the issue of fatigue cracks. It's a deep drawing die for Ford component, part of progressive dies, 2.5 mm H250 steel. And D2 has been 62 HRC used, Trulux 44 plus night riding. It has a better surface finish and less friction. Let's move on to cutting applications. So like the forming, deep draw and the bending application that we saw. So based on experience, we have come out with a common chart. Here also, which gives you an idea that Trulux 44 using which kind of surface that you need to go ahead. So if you're using sheet thickness of 0 to 3 mm, we recommend Trulux 44 plus induction hardening. We don't recommend night riding there. If it is between 3 to 6 mm, then Trulux 44 plus night riding will work. If it is anything above 6 mm up to 15 mm, then Trulux 44 plus induction hardening or laser hardening is recommended. Let's see some applications. So we have been always saying that, okay, fine, the material has very less carbon equivalent, it can be cut, it can be welded. So this gives you a live demonstration of how it can be cutted. So this is an Trulux 33, 100 mm block. So if this is the insert that you want to produce, you can directly cut your insert profile in the plate and machine only 5 to 6 mm of the heat affected zone. Compared to your regular manufacturing technique, this would save you a lot of time in manufacturing of the material. Even after thermal input, there is no cracks, no problems in subsequent machining. So this is the component which has been produced. And another cutting example, it's an induction hardening cutting edge. The sheet which was done was 0.9 mm sheet material cutting. So here, as you can see, the initial component was D2 at 56 to 58 HRC, tool life of 20,000 shots. The failure mode was cracking. Then Tulux was replaced. Since being less than 3 mm sheet thickness, Tulux 44 plus induction hardening was used. Hardness was 57 HRC, 50,000 components, no problem. And 80,000 components, you have a problem of wear, but not the problem of cracking. So if at all you have any area where in which cracking is your issue at any of your tooling requirements, then Tulux can be an immediate substitute for that. So this is again a trimming of forged 1040 material, the thickness being 4 to 4.5 mm. Even expensive material like 8% chrome steel has been used. Tulux 44 plus nitriding provides better tool life. The failure mechanism being the same. This is again an interesting application for Tulux. So this was with Tulux with laser hardened. The previous material being Venedis 4E. The sheet metal thickness here was 6 mm and 600 MPa. Previously, they used to regrind after every 20,000 shots. Even though they were getting the total tool life, they had to do the subsequent regrinding after every 25,000 shots. With Tulux 44 plus laser hardening, so far we have done 100,000 shots without any regrinding. That's the benefit the metal can give you. The various components being produced using Tulux 44 plus laser hardened. So Tulux in progressive dies. .75 mm galvanized forming tool. So that comes the end of the webinar. So if you take away the key takeaways during this webinar, so we have discussed the different quality levels of the manufacturing process based on which we are able to achieve a metal with an unique combination of toughness, hardness, and tensile strength. Obviously, it doesn't require any heat treatment, so money and time can be saved in this. So you can term Tulux as a pre-hardened version for your cold working steel, your D2 or A2 or D3. So Tulux can come into picture. Complete spectrum of different kind of cold working application we have dealt with, from cold working to deep draw to forming to cutting. And we have seen the entire case studies from across the globe. So that's it from my side. Thank you everyone for listening. And now it's the time for questions. So if you have any questions, you can. You can either type your questions or you can go ahead and ask your questions. No questions today. Surprising. Okay, I think we have one. Yeah. Okay, we have a question from Mr. Paddy. So we work extensively in 0.5 mm SS sheets. So forming PVD is fine, or you did recommend nitriding. So as we have mentioned during the presentation, so I can take it to you there. So if your sheet thickness is between 0 to 3 mm, so Trulux 44 plus nitriding is more than sufficient. Only thing you need to decide based on what is the exact tool life that that you want. If the tool life is very high, then you can do PVD also, but Trulux 44 plus nitriding should be sufficient in your case. And one question from Sriraj PV. What is the standard in ultrasonic testing that you are following? So I don't have the slightest idea. Baris, can you come on this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is SEP 1903 CC, we call it. Then we can detect with small porosities, but normally it's over 1.5 millimeter porosities, or this kind of things can be find out.
Sure. Do we have any other questions? Let's wait for a couple more minutes. If you have any questions, you can throw out. So there's one question from Mr. Rajendra. How about the dimensional stability and toughness compared to annealed steel? It's pretty good, sir, when compared to annealed steel. Because what happens is you have Trulux 44, wherein which it has a different manufacturing process. Trulux 44 is with ESR properties, but it doesn't undergo. I mean, it is not melted twice. It is not melted twice, but with proper virgin material, we are able to produce a material which is on par with an ESR grade material. So as I have been discussing during this high surface milling of Trulux, even when you remove a lot of material, your tolerance level is only 0.1 mm. The deflection is only 0.1 mm. So it gives a far better result than your annealed steel when compared to stability and toughness. Is this a replacement for SKD and Bolo steel? Yes. This is what, sir. I mean, in what ways Trulux is different from your traditional material is? So as we have been discussing. So it's not that, I mean, any particular, okay, D2, you have your known set of chemical composition properties attached to it. Here, what you get is Trulux 45. You don't get a material in which the hardness as well as the toughness value is high. It is very difficult to achieve that property in general manufacturing sense. Here at Trulux 44, you're able to get a combination of very unique property in which both the hardness as well as the toughness along with tensile and yield strength is very higher. That makes it suitable for working with all kinds of cold working steels. So we have replaced Tulox for forming tools. We have replaced Tulox for shock resistant steels. We have replaced Tulox for different kind of cold working tool steels also. So this property of the metal, which is very unique, which helps you in replace with whatever D2, whatever cold working steel that you can think of. It's absolutely replaceable, no problem. So we, from Jayant, we want solution for spring steel part for which thick part is 0.5 to 1.5 mm. Shear strength of the material is 1200 to 1300. BA annual quantity is 3 to 2.4 millions. Yes, Tulox can work here. So regarding your annual quantity 3 to 4 million quantity, Tulox 44 can work, no problem. I mean, depending upon the longevity of your die life, maybe we can choose Tulox 44 plus PVD or laser hardening. Any other questions from anybody? Okay, we have another question from Mr. Lakshmikant. Will it be suitable for forming stainless steel grades 300 to 400 series? Yes, sir, absolutely possible, no problem. So we also showed one example for you. So this is an SS thing which has been formed. The only thing, depending upon your application, you need to choose which kind of surface treatment you're going to use. But it's absolutely possible for you to work. Any other questions that we'll be more than happy to answer? So this will be our so this you can write to us. If you don't have any further questions, you can write to us. At marketing@swedishsemisteel.com. We'll be more than pleased to address your concerns. You can note down our email IDs. If you have any further queries, if you want to write us, you want to reach us, you can reach us in this email ID. So thank you once again for everyone who has participated. It's a pleasure in doing this webinar. Hope it was useful. Thank you. Thank you once again.